Go. And we are live. Action. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. It's Adam Ratliff with Adam So Fun. And today I am met with, is it not going to go live right? One moment, please. Did I exit out of that screen? Uh-oh.
I see all three of you.
Yeah, I do too.
You guys, I'm here with Micki and Barb. You guys talk about it to each other really quick while I go. I have to go reset Instagram.
So we can only hear each other. Other people can't hear us. So
no, everyone can hear us. We're live.
So, okay. I was going to say, if we say something bad about you, I don't want everybody to hear
it. You are seriously, are you kidding right now? Are you kidding? I can't believe I exited out that screen.
So Barb, did you get anything at the show? You guys just came off of a great show.
I did. I got, let me show you. One moment, please.
I would love that. Oh, you're
one moment,
like
please.
Alan.
I told you, remove this Instagram stream.
Okay, I got a couple things I can show you. I got this cute little fat quarter bundle that have bunnies, and I got a little extra of the bunny fabric to make some sort of a baby
I forgot you got that.
I don't know.
Nice, people are.
And I made, because my Quilt It is doing a drawstring bag swap, and our friend Kimberly Flanagan had a little tutorial, and I made a little drawstring bag that has a little pocket and a little flap.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Wait, open it up. Let me see.
So it's so cute because it's got a little pocket in the front, pocket in the back. And anyway, I just happened to catch her little tutorial, and it was.
Okay, so when was that? So I can look at it.
It was not that long ago because it literally I have in like my guild meetings like this Saturday the 12th, and we're having a drawstring bag exchange. So I just happened to see her. So.
I hope none of them are watching.
I don't think it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be a secret. I don't think so. But anyway, it basically takes 2 fat quarters, and everything is like. All you do is you sew around the edges and you fold it a certain way and make a casing. It's super easy.
So Adam, question for you.
Yes.
Can I achieve that?
Absolutely.
Yes, because you can sew around a perimeter of a fat quarter.
But it's after that it gets a little confusing.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I think you
watch her video. It's not really confusing if you watch her video.
Watch the video. And just really quick, hi everybody on Instagram. Sorry we're late. I had set it all up to go, and then I exited out of the window. Sorry. Okay, so Micki and Barb, introduce yourselves because I think everybody knows you, but just in case they don't. And there's a lot of people. Carrie says hi, and Bryce says hello, and Nancy is waving and says hi, and Aline says hi, and Bryce says Micki can do everything.
Bryce, you've got such confidence in me. I don't know if I've got that myself. Okay, so I am Micki Chapelier, and I am so honored to be a friend and be a co-quilter with Barb and Adam, Barb is so perfect and Adam is Adam. However, he did say yesterday that he was working on a quilt and he got done quilting and he goes, oh my God, I am good.
Okay, so let me put that into context. Well, no, I think that's the context. I was quilting yesterday, and I hadn't quilted in a while, and I did some really good pebbles, Barb. You would be very proud. Okay. And sometimes I don't give myself I don't get a lot of time to just quilt, and so being on the frame and just quilting and doing it, and then it looked good. I said, you know what? I am better than I think I am. I gave myself a little pat on the back.
He did.
Yeah.
Michelle, I love the mug rugs you made the girls. Angie sent me a text, and Michelle Pendleton made some mug rugs, but she did some stuff with me using Pro Stitcher Designer and then did them on the long arm. Super cute.
Nice.
So, okay, Barb, what about you?
I'm Barb Tatera. We all met because we were all handy quilter educators together, and we have had a lot of fun times. So And we still do. We
And
still
some
do.
not so fun.
But none of us are educators anymore, so we get at least me. I have way more time to do my own stuff.
We've had
You're
a
always
lot of
doing
fun
something.
times, and we're still planning more fun times. So
That's right.
Pat in Wisconsin, make sure you look for Micki next week at the quilt show. This week.
This week I leave
You
tomorrow.
leave tomorrow? Oh, I
Mhm.
leave tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes, we have had some really great times.
Yeah.
I'm honored. I'm honored to be a friend. So, Micki, are you working on anything? Barb showed us what she bought, which usually is me and Micki showing what we bought.
Okay, I am.
One moment, please. Well, she's going. I've been playing with my circle.
Here.
She's back.
So I finished a needle punch yesterday. This is kind of like my newest thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is the back. It's in the frame. So this is the front. It's a work in progress, but I started it last night.
Do you punch from the back and needle punch? You did that last night?
Yeah,
you did all that last night?
Yeah.
Wow, that really goes quick, apparently.
It does.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It does. But yes, you punch from the back. And so, yeah.
I never realized that. Out of all the demos I've ever seen, I never realized.
Is that like so sassy? What is that? The thread you're using?
Okay, so.
Or is it yarn? Or
my friend Adam told me he liked a variegated 12 weight from Wonderful. So I went and bought some of that. I am all across the board. And then I have got the latest one I'm working on here is our 12 weight So Sassy.
So are you using spaghetti like this?
Yeah. It is. But
every time I use this, I feel like I'm cheating on you.
I know it. But you redeemed yourself because yesterday you did something and you made mention that it was yes. So
yes. So I've been playing with the serger. And so I was playing with some of the different stitches. So this is a chain stitch that you stitch from the almost like bobbin work. So this is the thick threads in the looper. And then you just kind of zigzag your way around. And so this is 12 weight So Sassy. And then this is the Gail Yellen Twice as Nice stitch. So this has, don't ask me the loopers, maybe an upper and a lower looper, but you play with tensions. So those are the two different threads running through the looper.
Looks good.
And there's only one needle. Like the needle's punching down on the left side. Is that where the stitch is? Yeah, on the left side. And then you play with the tension. So it runs like there's two different colors, which there is two different colors. So, yeah, I've just been playing with the serger. It's set up right now. Although I have to unset it up so I can leave.
Is that one of your classes coming up?
No, I don't have a serger class coming up, but I do like to play on the serger. It's the more I use it, the more I'm like, okay, I can really make a shirt.
Well, you definitely have the material for that.
I do have the material for that. Most of it's Tilda.
Barb, I'm so excited for our Tilda.
I know, me too.
I do have to give out a shout out. So this is So Sassy. This was the thread I was using, which is a 12 weight poly. This I was told by Pam Mashey, who commented on my little fun thing. She said, So Sassy is the best kept secret in serging.
Actually, I think it's one of the best kept secrets in thread because it's so inexpensive. I love that thread.
Yeah.
And if you go to Superior Threads, you can get it. And Adam, what can they use to save money?
You can use my affiliate code ASF10.
That's righty.
Michelle's laughing at your shirt comment. I did come home with something from my dear friend Barb because I recently made videos on the Bernina Cumatic doing a Dream Big. Yeah. And then I went to edit them and there was no sound. So luckily Barb had some, so I ended up stealing two. And by stealing, it's because I didn't pay her. It's a like-kind exchange.
Yeah.
We'll be having. So I'm excited to get that. I leave tomorrow and then who knows when I'll be home again. Ugh. All right, any other news you want to say? Do you have any secrets from Superior you're allowed to share? You're such a share. I should never ask that because you don't. No, you don't.
I don't want. Okay,
Have any
so
secrets?
yes, I do.
Are you allowed to say stuff?
Yes. So we're coming out at Houston Market and Festival with the Pima cones that everybody has been looking so forward to. So those are coming out. We've got new So Complete sets. What else? There's one other thing, but yes. So the Pima cones are what I'm most excited about because everybody has really been looking forward to them. And if you haven't tried Pima, do. And I hear that you can use ASF 10.
Even
money.
in the booth.
Mhm.
So it's interesting that you bring up Peanut because Ben's been piecing like the last 2 weeks, and I said, "What thread are you using?" He goes, "Oh, I'm using Orifil," and I'm like, who are you?
Who are you?
We use Pima in this house.
Yeah. So if you guys have not tried it, you need to try it because it really is a night and day difference. Very lint free.
It's I like it. So I actually told him, I said, try it, and if you don't like it, I don't care, but at least you tried it.
Right.
You know what else I found? I need to use this. I've been somewhat cleaning. Remember when I got the scan fill?
Yes.
So this is that 30 weight scan fill. Oh no, this is 50. Oh, this is 50 weight.
But how many ply is that? How many ply?
It's 2. This is very
2?
similar to the Pima, except it's organic, so it's 3 times the price.
Yeah.
Is this kind of what the cone looks like? The Pima cone?
It's exactly what the cone looks like.
Oh, this is going to fit perfect on my machine.
Yes.
How much thread is on a Pima cone? Grant asks.
It's going to be 5,000 yards.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you don't have the.
You know why they're very similar?
Huh?
You know why they're very similar? Because they're.
I do.
Yeah, there we go.
There's this one guy.
Yeah, boy.
Did he? Yeah, right. Nancy, did he try it? I don't actually think so because I think it's still sitting on the counter. I made him do a bunch of stuff. He was piecing yesterday, and I'm like, change your settings, do this, try that. This is what we were told to do. Price point and when will they be on the website?
They will be on the website as soon as market is over, and the price point, drum roll, is thank you, $49.95.
That's that. So being a thread snob, that's very inexpensive for what you're getting.
Well,
compared to some of the others.
It is compared to some of the others. It's got more yardage on it than what most of the others. Like if you look at King Tut, that is a 2,500 or 3,000, 2,500, I think.
2,500.
Yeah, and so that's $29.95, and so the price points in these days. We do have to be careful, but we really do try to keep it affordable too. So,
I think there's also it's a lot of thread. It's cotton. It's the long staple, so you're only getting the best parts of the cotton. But I do love that it's American grown.
It's American grown, you guys.
So
that's
there's
pretty
a lot
important.
of benefits. I took my glasses off so I can't see. Okay, so today our topic, I asked Barb to come on and Barb said I need a topic. So our topic is how we came up with our quilting plan. So who wants to kick it off?
Barb, you, because I'm going to go check my dinner.
Hey, did you ever send me that picture?
I did. I sent you 2.
You sent me 2?
Mm-hmm.
In email or text?
Text.
Okay. Oh, I do see them. Okay. Well, Barb, which picture would you like up first? Because I'll just put them up here.
Oh, you can put the quilt up first.
The quilt up first. Okay, so this is one of Barb's most amazing quilts. I had the other one ready. There we go.
Sorry.
Absolutely amazing.
Okay.
Amazing. People at home, I hope you can see this. I hope it's doing it justice.
Yeah, it was hard to get a good picture of that one because of the white background.
That's funny because
white on white.
I showed Ben across the room, but I was on my iPad, so it was big. And he goes, "Oh my God, that quilt's beautiful." And I said, "Oh, Barb did it." He goes, "She quilted that?" I said, "Yes, this is why we always say Barb's amazing."
Adam, next time just mess with him and tell him Micki did it, okay?
He would believe me. Donna says gorgeous. Hey, Jane. Hi, Jane. Jane Happert just got on.
Hi, Jane.
Oh, nice. Hi, Jane.
We love Jane.
I miss Jane.
I miss Jane.
Okay, so everybody's saying beautiful, gorgeous, stunning, fantastic.
Okay, so, but to talk about how to quilt this quilt sat on my design wall forever because when I saw it instantly, I'm like, okay, we're going to do a diamond in the middle, right? You know, so, but if you look at the negative space around the rest of the quilt, all of the spaces are like kind of jaggedy because of the way the piecing is, you know, like between those little, whatever they are, star flower blocks in the corners. And then you've got that kind of chain in the middle, and you've got that, like, it's like I couldn't really put feathers in there because it was like it's not the same on one side as the other side. And I just kept going, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So if you want to put up the other, so this quilt has the centers of those 4 things in the corners are Pro Stitcher, and that block that's in the very, very middle, the big one, that's Pro Stitcher. The rest, the feathers and the rest it's free motion, or it's rulers, or I think I used also like mark, that feature on the Pro Stitcher as well to do some of the lines. So it's kind of a little bit of everything in there. But what how I figured out doing it, which was like, so when I did, I used to use this class or this quilt when I was teaching classes, and we would talk about how I came up with the design. And I used Pro Stitcher Designer, although I didn't digitize anything. So it was kind of a way to show how you use Pro Stitcher Designer, even if I'm not going to lay out the whole quilt in Pro Stitcher Designer. So
I'm gonna open that other picture.
Okay.
And for those of you,
oh, sorry, I was going to ask Barb, what's your fills in between your lines?
Well, some of it is like matchbook, just back and forth against a ruler. And then some of it was swirls.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So what I did in this was
really quick, Barb. So for those of you who have other machines, inside the flowers and inside the center medallion was all done with automation. So it was whatever program you use with the handy quilters. It was Pro Stitcher. With your Berninas, it might be Qmatic. And then this is Pro Stitcher Designer, which is another program that essentially does the same thing as an Art and Stitch would. So you can do all this in Art and Stitch if you have that. Sorry, Barb, go ahead.
No, that's fine. So what I did was I put that in as a backdrop, and I just started playing. And you can kind of see this is really just a sketch, and my drawings are crude, and I did drag in the digitized designs that I was going to use, so you can kind of see those drag, but like even my lines, they're not really straight or anything because I literally was just getting an idea of what to do. And once I started kind of drawing in there, and I realized that I could echo that main diamond shape with additional diamond shapes, but then make it look like it's going behind the blocks that were in the corners, then I was like pretty happy with how I thought it was going to turn out. And so I ended up just divide the part that I couldn't decide how to quilt was like kind of right around that greenish gray area where it's all kind of weird in there. So once I divided it with a line, then I just put background fills in there, and I used feathers in the corners, and because it was, kind of traditional-ish some of the blocks and stuff. So I thought the feathers would be nice. And then, so anyway, that's kind of was my process in thinking. So yeah, if you can kind of see how the channels look like they go behind the quilting, on the edges. Yeah. And so,
so Barb, in yours, are you a thread changer or are those all the same color?
It's pretty much all white that was on the white background. I don't know. I'd have to look. I do change. I don't know what I did on this quilt. I probably have blue thread on the blue, and red thread on the red. I'm guessing I'd have to go look at this quilt again to decide. But I think because I can't really tell, but in the picture, the thread doesn't stand out enough. Like in that green where I can see where I did I'm pointing to this. Nobody can see. So
I was using my mouse a second ago. I'm like, I can't see that.
But like I feel like the green, it would look like, I don't think that's white thread in like those green areas. I think I used a oval ruler in there. But
I think you guys will agree, though, this is a quilt that you can look at and just kind of section it off and look at what she has done. I am on the places she free motions. I'm trying to find some error that she made, and I can't.
Well, you would have to zoom in. But the beauty of using white thread on white fabric is it really covers up your, like, I'm sure I've missed backtracks on the feathers. So
I don't know how I did that.
So anyway, there's definitely errors on there, but white on white, it makes it pretty forgiving. So,
well, it is perfect and it's gorgeous and
it's beautiful.
I'm not surprised.
Okay, really quick. Michelle had a question. She asked if you know what kind of batting you did because your diamond lines are so distinct. Yeah. And then, how did you approach the quilting? Did you do center out? Did you have to turn the quilt?
Okay. The batting question first. There's 2 battings in there. So I've got a wool batting on top and then more of a stabilizing batting underneath. So it was probably like a 80-20 kind of, batting, or something that's kind of flat but stabilizing. The wool batting then goes on top of that. And so that's why you get so much definition, because there's 2 battings. So that's the batting question. And I'm trying to remember. I quilted this quite a while back. I'm trying to remember how I did it. I don't like to turn. I know I didn't turn it. For sure I didn't turn it because I don't turn any quilts except when I'm doing borders, long borders, Right. So, but I would.
How big is this?
It's not all that big. It's maybe like 45 or 50 by 50, maybe. Like,
oh, okay. So those,
yeah,
it's
not like it's a big king size quilt, or anything like that. It's like, it's actually up in the my long arm room. It's on the wall, so it's a wall quilt. So plus, I'm taking it to class. I've tried to make some that aren't so huge, or whatever. Yeah. So I don't really remember exactly whether I started in the middle, but you could do it either way. I probably didn't, because I'm kind of lazy like that. But if I did start in the middle, I would have basted the entire quilt so that I can roll back and forth. So I don't think anybody asked, but I did mark everything before I put it on my frame. Like, I marked all of those diamond lines, because once you get it on the frame, you have no perspective, because like when it's on the frame, I can't see where my diagonal line's going to stop. And so I marked all of those with like the blue wash away marker so that it would actually look like it lined up. Because
I was going to ask what marking you
yeah,
like the best.
I usually I like the blue one if I know it's going to sit around for a while. The purple one, if I'm doing something on the fly, I'll use that one because it goes away by itself. But that one you'll have to be careful with, because if you live in a really humid climate, it goes away really quickly.
Do you mark the full line, or do you just like dash lines, or do you use dots? Or
I mark the full line.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah. And if I ever have any trouble, because what I find too is, because I use the wool batting, for some reason that marking comes back when I use wool more than if it's a different kind of batting. I don't really know why, but if you use that solution of 1 cup of water to 1 teaspoon of baking soda and put it in your, shake it up in your spritzer, that'll take those. If you have anything that does actually come back, it does once in a while, but it always comes out.
It's gorgeous.
It's beautiful. All right. So Nancy Flanagan wants to know, did it turn out the way you thought or envisioned it would?
Yes, because by the time I figured out that I wanted to do those diamond things, I thought it was going to come out. I was really happy actually with how it came out.
It's beautiful.
So,
and then do you roll back and forth?
Sorry?
Do you roll back and forth?
I do. Like, especially like, because that quilt, like for example, on the feathers, for example, and I might have marked actually the spine of the feather, because I know that I couldn't have, like, the corner was too big to do that. Like the feathers that kind of wrap around those things that are in the corner, that was too big of a space to do it all in one go, I think, so I would kind of do one. I think I did the spine, and then I might have, like, I have that kind of oval thing in the middle to kind of separate the two sides, because that made it easier than to kind of start in the center and go out each way, because I knew I was going to have to roll. So I would kind of do one side of the feathers, do top and bottom of that wing, I guess, or whatever, of that side. And then I could roll and I could do like the vertical side, or,
So Barb, do you sketch out your feathers also?
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Do you sketch out your feathers also?
Sometimes I do, but not always. So like this one, the other thing I might do on this one, like this one, I probably didn't sketch them out, only because I knew I wanted them to curl up around that piecing. So there was only so many. I mean, I kind of had to, there wasn't like a lot of leeway because I wanted to get them up there. But I do like to echo around my feathers, because that also kind of hides if you miss a backtrack on your feather. If you have an echo, then it shows a lot less. So I might also have put like a 1/4 inch of, I might have marked a 1/4 inch away from where I wanted it to be, so that I wouldn't go clear up, to that, so that I would have room for my echo, because I do like to echo around them.
All right. It's beautiful. One last question. Maureen asks, what thread do you base with? Do you use Vanish by Superior Threads, or what do you do?
No, I just use pretty much whatever I'm going to quilt with. I don't, like this one, I think I'm trying to remember now if I used Micro Quilter or if I used So Fine on this one. But I just kind of, whatever's in my machine, that's what I based on a, like, really, like, at least 1 inch. I mean, like, it's big.
You use a really big one. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's just to go across the quilt. And I take it out as I go, because I don't like stitching over it, because sometimes then it gets caught. So so I'll take out a section. So sometimes maybe I don't take out the whole row of basting, but I'll take out a section that I'm working on as I go.
Right. I've found I like to baste with tri-lobe poly because it pulls out easy.
I was going to address that also, back to what I think it was Nancy's ask. I likewise, Vanish is great for that, but likewise, Barb and Adam, I will do whatever I'm going to do on the quilt, just in a basting stitch.
Mm-hmm. And Chris, Barb has a Forte, which is a 24-inch throat. All right, Micki, are you ready?
Well, I am, because, and I picked this quilt because it scares Adam.
It belongs in the body bag.
Yes.
Oh, one moment, please. I have to talk about the quilt while I have to change the file types. Let's see. File, export. Well, that was weird. The downloads. All right, here should be one.
What you're gonna see on mine, you guys, is it is from a quilt meeting that I was at, and they always take, basically it's a yard sale at each show, and somebody had made these little daisy ladies, and there was a set of, I believe, an odd number, like 8 maybe, and so they were vintage. They're vintage embroidery work. And so I wanted to take those and create something out of them. Plus, I paid a whole $1 for all of them. So what
Bargain.
I did,
Bargain.
Yeah. So what I did is I took them and I wanted to use vintage looking fabric on them also. So I pieced together this quilt. And what I did is I did not want on the squares over the embroidery work. I didn't want a lot of fussy quilting on those. So I just did crosshatch. And once again, that was a Pro Stitcher pattern in there. And then on this one, which I don't know if you can, I was trying to move it like Barb was while ago. My finger in.
I got the other ones up, so let me see if these will look any better. It is a cute quilt. It's better in photo.
It is. And so in these lines around the blocks, all of that white space, my initial thought process was I was going to do little microfills of pebbling or stipple in those. And so I'm like, oh, that's really good. But oh, that's going to take like 3 weeks just to do the fills. So I'm like, I'm sure that there is a better way to do that. So what I did is a couple of them are actually hand done. And then the other ones, I just did my areas and I just kept reducing my pattern that was going in there. So it was a very small micro stipple that if you were like to view it, that you're going to see it in there. And I just did it in Pro Stitcher. You really cannot tell the difference between my stipple and the stippling in Pro Stitcher. Then I also did some pebbling, which is never going to be as perfect as Barb's. I did some line work. So what is unusual about this quilt for me is I actually have free motion, ruler work, and Pro Stitcher in here. And for anybody that knows me, I'm definitely more of a Pro Stitcher girl than any hands-on ever. I call myself a lazy quilter. I've got a machine that will do that for me. And so really this is a little bit of everything. And it was a good, when we were teaching, it was a good sample quilt also, because I had so many different things that I did in it as far as the quilting process goes. So But Adam made fun. He kind of said those little girls were scary. So
A few of them are a little creepy. I'm not gonna lie.
I know. So that's
I had nightmares about them.
That's exactly why I chose that one.
But it very much makes me think of Alice in Wonderland. On a golden afternoon.
I love when he starts singing. You just never know when it's gonna be started.
You just never know when I start singing Cats and
no
and try to do a high kick and fall in a retreat center.
It does bring back happy memories.
Right.
But
I love this because I think that especially people who have robotic systems, I think a lot of times people only see it as an edge-to-edge machine, and they can't like grasp how easy it is to put design. So like your cross hatches look perfect, and I'm sure that you probably use skew or something to fit them into these hand-pieced blocks, because those blocks are probably not square because they weren't made square.
No. So the blocks I cut down the little embroidered pieces. So the blocks that you see, I pieced them all.
Oh, they weren't pieced before.
Yeah,
just the heads.
And unlike what you guys think I do, they are perfect because I square and I press every darn thing. So you guys, back on this just for a second. Barb and Adam one day, they thought they really knew me.
Where's your mute button?
They thought they really knew me. And I think you guys were maybe talking amongst yourself. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they had the audacity to say, knowing Mickey, I never pressed and I never squared. And they are so totally wrong because as far as the process goes, that's like the one thing I actually do correctly.
I'm thinking Adam said that. I'm just saying.
I think Barb might have agreed.
Yeah. So I really do. It just if you are piecing a quilt, take the time to do that because you're going to be happier at the end result. But as you can tell by the looking at this top, yeah, there was no pattern, there was no rhyme or reason, there was nothing. It's just something I threw together.
It looks so good though. Like they just work so well with the fabrics you use. And I see a little tilde. That's the only one I notice. I'm not good at fabric lines.
Yeah.
Although Barb, I did that your pattern's Camille Ross Kelly, right? Your garden gala.
Oh, I don't remember whose it was.
Because I saw that and I'm like, oh, Ben's gonna want this. You did such a good job making those blocks. I really thought the whole block was done.
No, it was just the little sunflowers or whatever they may in fact be.
They're little. This one's the scary one right there with the blue
Which
hair.
one?
The one
Which
with the blue hair
you?
right there at the bottom.
Oh, I'll change her out then because I like to make Adam happy.
Yeah, by changing her out, you're gonna put her in a frame and send her over my way.
Oh, I could do that too.
Let's see. Chris is asking what machine does Mickey have? Does the mini field go in the outer square border or just the outer white space?
The outer square border. No. So it goes around the frame, the last white framing around each girl.
Oh, it's in there. Let me see if I can zoom in. So right after the crosshatch.
No,
it goes
after the brown. After the brown
and the scary one.
After the brown. Oh yeah, this picture doesn't do it justice.
Let's see. It goes in.
Here, we're gonna make Mickey big really quick. Let me see how to do that.
Oh wait, let me turn my girl right side.
There we
go. It's in that white.
Oh.
All the way around there. And you guys, it's really
okay. Put her next to your head. Those are big blocks.
I could
cut one of those out and wear it for Halloween.
I could make a jacket out of that.
Oh my gosh. How do I get back to all of us? Oh, well, there's my big head. Oh, and any questions?
Okay, make it smaller. Make it smaller. Adam.
I don't know how. Oh, there. No, that's just me. There we go.
And so
I don't do this a lot.
I do know in that I used so fine top and bottom line bottom.
So fine top and bottom line bottom.
Yes.
Oh, I do love that. That's what I did yesterday. And then Micki also has a Forte or an Amara 24.
Correct.
Don't worry. I'm trying to get them both to switch. They said they just don't want to learn a new machine. I actually told them both, come teach at Bernina.
Actually, you had me yesterday at the tension story.
Oh my God, the no tension. I should get that. I'll grab it before we end. Did you ditch between anything? Did you ditch between anything?
So I don't know if you guys know Cindy Needham, but she has the best. It's called the Ultimate Stencils. And I was on a cruise with her one time, and she said that you are supposed to ditch every stinking ditch. And that's what she actually said, every stinking ditch. So I really, on something like that, I do, whether it be with a ruler or if it is on with my Pro Stitcher, but it was ditched.
What do you use, micro quilter, or what do you use?
I use the So Fine.
Oh, no monopoly either?
Oh. No, I didn't. Confessions from a Superior Threads employee. I don't change out my threads a lot in a project. And you guys, what Barb just asked is a very valid question. Like micro quilter, if I'm teaching a class, I'm going to tell you that is great for ditch work. Monopoly, once again, great for ditch work, because if you come close to the ditch and not in the ditch, it's not going to show. Yeah. In my case, I will either, whenever I'm setting up my design in Pro Stitcher, if I'm not going to use a ruler, what I will do is there's a function that says trace area. And so before I ever put my pattern into my block, excuse me, I'm going to hit that, and it's going to ditch around my block for me. And that's why whenever you're creating your areas, you need to be very precise and use a laser light or whatever you've got capable of, and do the exact ditching or the exact steps to make that perfect.
Sorry, I was trimming that thing that so I could show it off. And then the package is getting here. We have a very important package coming today, but this one's not it. This is just Amazon. Why ditch all of them? Does it change the loft? What was her reason for ditching everything? Because I ditch most stuff, but I don't ditch everything.
I think that her philosophy is it, and Barb, you might be better at this because you are a more precise quilter than I am. However, I do press and trim. But so I think it's just to make sure, if it's a piece seam, that those seams are secure, and I think it also does give you some loft, especially whenever I did the micro quilting around it. That secured, and that by doing the ditch and then the micro quilting, it kind of everything around it lofted up.
Right. Yeah. Crazy. Any other questions for Micki and her quilt?
Doing it in the ditch gives you a clean line. Because if you're doing whatever, like the micro stippling, you're not going to have, it's not going to be uniform against that line. You're going to have some that's up and some that's down and some that's up, and
right.
So if you've done the ditches, then it's very uniform around there.
Perfect, Barb.
We have like 70 hummingbirds outside. I love it. Okay, let me upload mine.
We have none here now because they've already done their migration.
They're down here. They come down here and stay all year. All right, so this is going to be mine. This is my March quilt. And load. There we are.
Oh, Adam, that's scrumptious. That's almost Barb-like.
I love that.
I was channeling Barb. This is not big. Maybe 40. I think it would fit with the fabric. So this might be 40 by 40. So this is not big. This is all done with my AccuQuilt. But this is all ruler work and free motion. But it's funny that we're talking about ditching because in this one, there's some places where I stitched the ditch, but there's a lot of places where I didn't. Because if I would have stitched ditches in those cases, it would have changed the way the end quilt looked. So this one, I do a lot of stuff with Procreate. So I have my iPad and I'm able to draw and do all that. So I took a picture of this into Procreate and I was drawing on it. And I had a few versions of this. So this actually ended up being somewhat what I thought it was going to look like, but not really, kind of, maybe. Because all these squares, so basically this strip is it ends at 2.5 instead of ending at 2. So I couldn't cut it up into 4. So I had to do it into thirds essentially. And it looks like all of these lines, I have some other pictures. Let me see if I can get another one. It looks like all of the lines are the same distance, but they're not. I was using natural lines in the quilt. So unlike Barb, I don't like to mark my quilts. I try to use natural lines where I can in the quilt top. And I will, stitch the ditch. Okay, now I'm moving my mouse to show you what ditch I'm talking about. So if you look at the ditch between the yellow and green kind of triangle on the bottom left, and then the green triangle that it's connected to, where it makes that half square triangle, I stitch the ditch and then I use that ditching seam as my space measurement to get that next line. So that's that first kind of somewhat channel. And then if you look on the other direction, I'm just going point to point in those squares. So I'm using the natural points or corners of squares or of triangles. And those are my lines. So if you see where any of the lines are going, they're going a lot of them are going diagonal through two pieces where I'm able to use that as my line, my reference point. And once I got the two outer lines, I could use the outer lines to get my inner line kind of spacing. And this was actually, a lot of it's just eyeballed because it had to be between 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch. So I'm just like, oh, that looks like the halfway mark. Because you know what I always say, it's just a quilt. I don't care.
So, Adam, Barb may have perfect pebbles, but nobody can stand up against you in your swirls. Those are really good.
I do love a swirl.
Yeah.
I do love a swirl. This is all done. I can't remember if I used...
Oh, I like the way that one looks. It really shows it.
And then I like negative space quilting. I knew that I wanted to bring the kind of Irish chain look of the 4 patches throughout the quilt, because I have those 4 patches in the top corner, and then I have the 4 patches on the kind of intersections where the dark green essentially is. So I did that first. I pre-basted everything. Again, I do the pre-basting with a tri-level poly. Even though I wasn't using a tri-level poly, I like to use tri-level poly because I feel like it kind of just pulls out really easy. And then I use up my old bobbins because I don't tend to waste. I tend not to run a bobbin all the way out. So I used all my old bobbins to pre-base everything. I did the stitching on the diagonal to do my negative space squares in that big center square in the center gets the square. Or wait, no. What do they say? That
center gets the X, center gets the...
It's not center gets the square. X gets the square. I don't know. Whatever. You all know what I'm talking about.
I do.
This is the back. but I will go back to this one. So I negative spaced the Irish chain, and then I went in with my ruler work and then my background fill. So I do roll back and forth. I love custom quilting, and one of the things I love about it is you can roll back and forth. I like being able to, like, oh, let me go work on a different part. It's nice to be able to just stop whenever something's kind of getting annoying.
So how long has this one been done?
I think I finished it probably in April.
Oh,
I'd have to look at the date tags. It's still not bound.
exactly.
You can see. Well, I don't want to bind it because I want to show people what batting I used.
Lame.
This is I don't even know what it is. I think it's Poly Puff. That was cool. Oh no, it's not. It's not either of those. It's 2 layers of 80/20.
Oh, cool.
That's kind of puffy for just 2 layers.
That still gives you some loft that you're looking for.
Yeah, I think I've never done 2 layers of like a thin batting. So this one has 2 layers of poly of 80/20, just to see what it looks like. I really like how it turned out.
I really do too.
And it's all just a straight line ruler. You know, it's things you can do, and it's using markings on the ruler, and finding those natural lines in the quilt. When you go back and forth, you have to pull up threads and pull them back through. Wait. So when you go back and forth, do you have to pull up threads and pull them back through? Heather, I have no clue.
If you're burying them, is that what she means?
I don't know, but I don't bury threads.
Do you, Barb?
I only bury them when, like, once in a while. Like if I'm doing an edge to edge and I run out of the bobbin in the middle of the row and I'm having to start over, I usually tie knot and bury that thread, because then I feel like the seam, you know, when I start again looks, or not.
You know what
it's not a seam, but the joining of those.
It just occurred to me, what would be funny is have a question and answer, and we would have to say the honest answer, like, who buries threads? Barb would raise her hands. Adam and I like, no.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the little bury thread tool though?
I have.
What's it called?
But they also have special needles for that.
Snag Magic.
That's to take out threads, right, Barb?
I think so.
Is it Snag Magic? No, I think it's a long needle with a lasso at the end.
Oh, there's
Betsy, Bernina Betsy told me about it.
Oh, I don't have that. I have the self-threading needle, and so I use that to bury my threads.
Mm-hmm. Heather, I think you were asking about burying threads, but I don't bury threads, but I do tie off whenever I'm going to advance, like when I'm going to the next section, because certain times you get to spots where you have to go to a new section, or, you know, I don't start a section I couldn't fill, essentially.
Anytime I'm finishing an area, I too will tie off.
Have either of you ever used 2 layers of bamboo?
I have not.
I haven't either. I've used 1 layer of bamboo, and it has a very nice drape.
Oh my gosh, it's so nice and it feels good. But you have to get a good bamboo. My friend used a bamboo, and everything it touched in her quilt room was covered in bamboo batting. It just peeled right off. So her leaders were fuzzy because the extra hanging over, when she pulled it off, part of it stayed.
I feel like I had that with a cotton batting, but I've never had bamboo.
Yeah, so this is mine. I really like how this quilt came out. I need to write a pattern. This is one of the I need to write a pattern for. Because I think if you wanted an 80-inch quilt and you made 4 of these, because it wasn't hard. It looks hard.
Wait, how big is it?
This is a 40 by 40.
Oh, it looks bigger than that.
And it's 10-inch squares. It was used a 10-inch cube.
Yeah.
So there's only 2 different squares. There's the like top right square that is the white and the lines and the 4 patch, and then the square next to it, which is a bunch of half square triangles.
Love it.
And did you design it in EQ?
I did do it in EQ.
Ooh, you need to go in and show us what it looks like with 4 of them then. You know, mock it up and put it on your Facebook page. What?
I feel like it. I said, Barb, when do I have time for that?
It's when you're sitting at the airport tomorrow.
True. I'm going to do binding.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at the back one more time.
Oh, I love that.
I love to look at the back of a quilt. Like, so on this one, the back really is interesting. It actually stands out more, your design, than what it does on the front.
Mm-hmm. And this is all 623 silver, my favorite.
I just was going to ask you if that's what you used.
It's 623 silver and 7007 silver micro quilter on top. I believe I did this one in micro quilter. I don't even remember. I'm like looking. It might be 623, but I'm not sure.
Looks good.
Let's see. Okay, so yesterday I was free motion quilting. I was just quilting some samples and stuff and then playing. And I was doing this one, just a sample of some different stitches you might do on a quilt for one of our new classes with the Bernina gig. So it was like, maybe you just want to do wavy lines, and this is what wavy lines looks like. And then like if you were doing piano keys, and so there's big piano keys and then tighter piano keys and then tighter piano keys and then like really small matchstick piano keys. I'm going to make this big so I can show everyone. One moment, please. Okay, so there's my piano keys. And then I was doing like, let's do a meander, and let's do a meander versus a stipple, which my stipple is ugly, but whatever it is. And then I did some swirls, but then I was doing pebbles. And so this whole sample is done with Omni thread. So wait a minute. I lied. Everything's done with Omni until here. The piano keys are so fine. So these are Omni pebbles, right? And so I switched my threads, and I got to see where I'm going. So it goes Omni pebbles. Now these are so fine pebbles.
Okay, can you do that for me one more time?
Omni pebbles.
Okay.
And then so fine pebbles. So you can kind of see the threads just a little bit lighter. I mean, it's 40 to 50 weight. And then this is micro quilter pebbles. And like, you can't even, like, yes, you know there's a stitch there, but you can't see any of the thread. And then I did micro quilter pebbles, but like really small. Like those are these. But I was so excited because I never touched the tension the whole time. So like, that's the back of the pebbles. And so I can't even see what's going on the screen. There we go. So Omni pebbles. So fine pebbles.
Oh my gosh, your tension is perfect.
Micro quilter pebbles. And I never had to touch the tension at all. It was just, it did it for me. I love it. I love it. Sometimes I call Micki and I say, oh my God, I love this machine so much.
So does it just automatically adjust from the thickness of your thread?
The upper tension adjusts like your sewing machine does. So we toa gauge the bobbin. The Berninas come with a toa, and then the top. And
Wait, they come with a toa?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the top is like auto adjusts. So if you set your bobbin, the top should always be fine. Now that being said, Bernina likes their toa to set it at 220. Which is like, I would run mine at 180. So that's 40 numbers higher, which is a tighter bobbin. So I haven't played with any of the really delicate stuff yet, other than I used micro quilter. So, I mean, it shouldn't matter but I need to load some glitter on it and see how the glitter does. The metallic ran great. So I don't know why.
You know, just the fact that it adjusts the tension is like just a crazy, amazing feature.
Right.
I will say that because what does most new quilters, what's their biggest concern is attention.
Attention.
I mean, like
Right.
that is something that's hard for people. Now, as much as I love Adam, I'm not telling you to jump ship and go to Bernina.
Why
But
not?
I will say that that is an amazing feature for any machine to have on it.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite things. Lynn wants to trade just because of that.
Oh, Lynn.
She should. Michelle says it's amazing how 623 silver blends with everything. That is why it's my favorite.
And that is why it's my favorite.
It is so good. Now I did. Oh my God, I keep running into this table. I was telling somebody, because every once in a while, just any brand, like you get a bad cone. So some people will be like, oh my gosh, blah, 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 I'm getting a bad cone. Blah. And I never say, no, it's you, because sometimes it happens. I have a bad cone of 623 silver. And you know what I did? Luckily, I have 18 backups. So I was okay.
So what's it doing?
It was breaking a lot. So I'm using it on my bobbin and everything's fine. It's just something up top. And it was doing it. I've had it for a while. I had it pre-cruise.
Oh.
Because I was stitching with it before I went to the
cruise. It still should be okay,
cruise,
though.
And it was breaking, huh?
It still should be okay. I mean.
Yeah, but no, well, I was stitching with it here on Taco 1 and Taco 2. And it was breaking. So I just grabbed another cone, not thinking, oh, this one I was having trouble with. And I took it on the cruise. It was breaking on that too.
Barb, do you have a name for your machine?
I don't.
Kathy says Berninas are the best. She would know. She's one of my co-educators.
Do you, Micki, have a name for yours?
Well, initially when we got it, Tom named it the guilt machine instead of the quilt machine because he was never home, and this
The
was
guilt
like
machine.
the guilt machine. But really, no.
There was oh God, somebody this week who was talking about like, oh yeah, my wife, we're gonna have to build a thing because a room for her because I have a Harley. And I said, well, you could be like my friend Micki and just let her have the Harley room.
That's right. True story.
Lynn says, is it still planned? Let's see. I wish I had Micki living in my neighborhood.
I wish I lived
people
in
do
your
love
neighborhood.
I wish you lived in my neighborhood.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you could be Barb's neighbor. It's for sale.
Barb, could I
Did you show Ben the house?
I did. And his response was, I don't know if I want to leave Palm Springs to go to Phoenix and
I knew that's what he'd say.
I said the weather was nicer.
That's right.
Does anyone have any questions in any of the places? I don't know if you guys know this, but we are live on Facebook, we are live on Instagram, and we are live on YouTube. You're supposed to say, oh, wow, that's amazing.
That is amazing.
That is amazing.
I just kidding. Oh, my gosh. Well, while we wait for if any questions roll in, I thank you guys for coming on today.
You know, and I'm excited to go to the quilt show this week.
Yes. Where can people see you, Micki? Where are you going to be the next 2 months?
The next 2 months. So this one, remind me where I'm going.
You're going to Madison.
Madison, Wisconsin.
You're going to your favorite show.
I love that show.
So if you have never been to this show, you guys, it is so nicely done. There's so many like vendors. It's like local retailers, small hometown vendors. And it is like one of the best done quilt shows that you'll ever go to. So I'm working there this week, and then I'm going to be home for 2 weeks, and then 2 weeks at Market and Festival at Houston at International Quilt Show.
Can you believe that's like a month away?
It's less than a month away.
Doesn't it start on the 3rd?
I leave on the 1st. So
you have to set up. Yeah. No.
First.
Oh wait, you're leaving on the 1st? Did we already talk about this? You're already going to be gone. I'll see you at the airport.
Yeah, 1st to the 14th.
I fly in on the 1st.
Me too.
No, but not to Houston, to St. Louis.
Oh, yeah, we talked about it. No.
Boo! Is that the day? Yes, I fly in on the 1st because I'm like, we should, maybe your sisters will come take me out to dinner.
They would do that.
No, that's a long drive. Any good sales at the Madison show on Thread? Is there a code word? Okay, somebody's watched for a while if they ask for a Barbara, please code word.
I love that.
I don't know if there's a code word, but you can always use my ASF 10 code. Just ask for them. They'll just give you 10% off. They don't put it into the code.
So at the Madison show, I'm working for Quilting Connection.
Oh, there won't be one.
Oh, that's right.
Rick and
I didn't
Angie,
think about that.
Rick and Angie probably will do something a little special for you.
They might. Let me find out. Oh, you know what? Let me send a text.
Yeah, so that's who I'm working for. They've got the corporate booth, and I'm there as support. And I have no idea what their booth number is, but please come and see us because they are deserving of everybody's purchase. They're good people.
Totally.
Did you ever work for them, Barb?
Well, no, I was always in the Superior booth when, I didn't do a handy quilter event for them. Oh, I hope they take you to that great restaurant they took us to last time.
That's what I said.
That was so good.
Mary, I'm trying to get your question answered. Teresa said with all the battery issues. Oh, they're already doing a discount, Mary. So you'll have that. With all the battery issues and auto tensioning features you have with your Bernina, I wish I hadn't bought my Amara. Oh, well, that's it. Well, I wish that too, Teresa. Oh, and the Bernina is quiet. It's really nice. I thought it was a question less than a state. It was more of a statement. Oh. You know what? I can't
make the best of it.
Yeah. I haven't had any battery issues.
So. Knock on wood, neither have I.
Actually,
none of us three have had battery issues.
Yeah.
No, but mine hasn't been plugged in since January.
Oh, that is sad.
No, I've been using the other one.
The quiet one.
Yeah.
The quiet one.
Barb, between me and you, that room should almost be cleaned up then, shouldn't it? Since he hasn't used it for all those months.
That's right.
I actually talked to somebody about buying one this weekend.
Good.
And then I told Ben, maybe I'll just sell them both.
I think you should.
I know. It's just sitting here. It makes a nice rack. It's hanging projects. Oh my gosh.
It'd give you extra room for your thread,
It does have 3 drawers full of thread. So
that's true.
You can't be sad at that. Okay, so if you are going to the Madison show, you can see Micki in the Quilting Connection booth. They're in the middle aisle of the 200 and 300. That was the answer I got. What's your booth number? The middle aisle of 200 and 300. They're 231 and 306. Started sizzling. Carrie's tablet started sizzling. Luckily, Carrie got hers at Fonders. Yeah, but
I
both of you go to
love
Fonders?
Fonders. I love Fonders.
Barb, did you ever go to Fonders?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you missed out. They were such good people. They are such good people. There's no were. That's what I miss.
Oh,
that's what I miss
speaking of
most.
Good people, yesterday was Jay's birthday, Adam.
You didn't remind me.
I have a lot of things going on. Yeah.
I know. Anything else? Any final words from either of you? Time to sign off. It's 2:10.
So you guys, as Adam always say, it's only quilting. Please enjoy every bit of it. If you ever have any thread questions, reach out. And even though none of us are handy quilter educators, and Adam is now a Bernina educator, we really do love everything quilting that we talk about.
Yes.
Like, we're really legit. Don't always listen to them when they say something about me because it's probably not true. I do everything right. And if you don't believe me, just ask Bryce. So he'll agree.
I told so many people this week, I'm like, just because I don't work there doesn't mean I don't know how to quilt. It's funny because people are, oh, we're so sad you left. And like a lot of educators left when we did. But we still know what we're talking about. And it's not like any of us wouldn't answer.
And we'll still answer questions.
Right.
So
yeah.
If you want to be the best quilter in the world, you're gonna ask Barb. If you want to be meh, you could ask the other two of us.
That's not true. That is so not true.
Barb, we still thank you every day. I still thank Barb every day that she let me be on the same education team as her.
So it's perfect, Barb, and then it's just Micki and Adam.
Barb's friends.
Barb,
Barb, do you have any sign-offs?
I would just say, like what Micki said, have fun. I mean, have fun with it. And what I find too is when you're looking at your quilt, you see the mistakes when it's on your frame. But once you take that quilt off, you never see them again because they're, you know, it's like when it's on the frame, you're looking at this much of your quilt, you know, I mean, and so you notice something that's wrong. But once you have the whole quilt off and it's washed, and you don't notice any of it.
and I think we're very judgmental towards ourselves.
Yeah.
Always. And everybody, at the end of the day, it's just quilting. You got to get out there and have fun because it's still going to keep you warm. You know, and I'll go back to the Pensacola Classy Girl Retreat. It's just a project bag. You guys missed that, but one of the girls just like totally messed her project bag up. And I'm like, it's still going to hold a project. And I'm like, it's just a project bag. So that was the words of wisdom during the Pensacola Retreat.
Very
so,
good.
all right, everyone, you've been amazing. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next. Am I here next week? I will see you next week. Make sure you go check out the Madison show. It is all three of us. Somebody asked what our three favorite shows was, and Madison was on every single one of our lists. So you definitely want to check it out. It was a great show. Don't take a drink into the quilt area before the show opens. You might get yelled at.
You did that?
Yes, of course. I had coffee in the morning.
Oh, I thought you meant a drink, and I'm like, what?
Oh no, I mean like coffee. Liquid. Don't take liquids. Remember I got yelled at and I'm like, it's like there's three people in here. I'm not going to spill on your quilts.
Yeah. And Micki, you can't take a Moscow Mule either.
I'm like, ooh, wow, there might be an in for Micki after all.
Michelle said, please say hi to Angie for her.
You'll
have to ask
Angie
about
and Rick are so nice.
So, all right, everyone. Hasta la pizza.
Asta, hugs you guys.
Bye.